Elijah Witt picks me up sometime later and flies me to the nearest hospital. After hours of surgery, the doctor tells me that I'll live. Hooray. After losing both the women in my life, not to mention my shot at the big score, I don't know where to go except out of the PI business. Then, the chance of a lifetime comes along. Elijah Witt picks me up sometime later and flies me to the nearest hospital. The doctors were able to repair the damage done to my leg. Now if they could do the same for my relationship with Chelsea. I can't face her after what happened with Regan. I decide I need a change of scenery and I leave town, looking for someplace where I can figure out who I am and what I want.
Hey, Jumbo, you're on.
It's showtime!
Not long after, Elijah Witt shows up. As we fly home, I fill him in on what happened. He's kind enough to write me a check to cover my expenses, and then some. Chelsea's back in town, and we arrange to meet at the Bruin Stoop for a drink. The experience with Regan has taught me a few things. I've decided the world's too ugly a place to live in alone. Maybe I am ready to try this love thing with Chelsea. Man, that trip to Phoenix did you a world of good.
I just need some time to renew myself.
Listen, before we go very much further, I want to tell you that I've been a world-class schmuck. Sometimes I wouldn't know a good thing if it came right up and punched me in the face.
Tex.
Hold on, because I've been practicing the speech and I don't want to screw it up. While you were away, I was tempted by another woman. Okay, I know it's hard to believe. I turned her down. But everything that's happened since you left has made me look at things in a different way. And I'm thinking maybe now I'm ready to settle down and have a real life. I'm just hoping you're still willing to give me a shot.
Tex, sweetheart, you know, while I was down in Phoenix, I really had a lot of time to think. And, well, I came to the conclusion that I may have gotten a little ahead of myself. You know, turning 30 could have caused me to be just a little rash.
No, Chelsea, I don't think you're the one who was rash. I think it was me, a big, red, scratchy one.
No, it's not you, Tex. It's me. Well, I'd always be asking too much. Like wanting you to be totally reliable. Look, I value our friendship and, oh, I don't want anything to spoil it.
So just like that, she pulls out the dagger of rejection, buries it into my chest, rips out my heart, and feeds it to the cat.
It's not that bad, come on. Anyway, That's why I signed up for the Holo dating service. No hassles and no commitments.
Hello, dating. I never heard of it.
Let's just start it up, and it is the perfect solution.
That's a great outfit, Chelsea. What color is it? Scarlet? It's one of my favorites.
Here's my date.
Frankly, my dear, we better get a move on it. The Haagen-Dazs is melting.
Okay, so he's handsome, but he's not real.
So what is?
Honey, who is that misfit?
Well, Chelsea could be right. Maybe I should just call this holiday place. I cannot believe that I'm gonna do this.
Holiday service. How can I help you, kid?
Say, aren't you...
Sure am, kid. This must be your first call. Who can I set you up with?
Oh, man, in that case. You know, I've always had a hankering for Jane Mansfield. Of course, Anna Nicole Smith, she's great too.
I like your style, kid. And this is your lucky day. Since it's Tuesday, we have the 2-for-1 special. When should I send them over?
Give me a second to get ready. How about 15 minutes?
15 minutes? They're on the way.
You know, this could be the beginning of a...
Yeah. You know how many times a day I hear that line?
Well, maybe it's not a perfect world. There'll be other cases, and there may even be a real woman waiting for me somewhere down the road. But until then, there are worse ways to spend time than playing strip parcheesi with Jane and Anna Nicole. Sure, they're not real. But like Chelsea said, what is? Not long after, Elijah Witt shows up. As we fly home, I fill him in on what happened. He's kind enough to write me a check to cover my expenses, and then some. As soon as I'm alone in my office, my thoughts turn to Chelsea. Regan had been the ultimate temptation, but it's only made me more sure about my feelings for Chelsea. I give her a call, and we make a date for a long overdue dinner in her apartment. So the spacecraft gets higher and higher, and it finally disappears. And then about 5 seconds later, BAM! There is this huge explosion. And I guess there's just little pieces of Jackson Cross and Regan scattered all over the Andes Mountains.
That is quite a story. I mean, what does that make it? 4, 5 times now you've saved the world. Don't you ever get tired of doing the same old thing?
Do I detect a little note of skepticism here? You don't think I make these things up, do you?
Oh, who, me? Of course not, sweetie. It's just that, well, no one has ever actually seen you saving the world. And you know how people are. Seeing is believing.
Okay, that does it. I'm retiring. This is a dirty job. I am underpaid. And when I get through cleaning up other people's problems, I get tossed aside like a loaded Huggy.
Come on, it's not that bad. Besides, Mr. Detective, I love you just exactly the way you are. Warts and all.
How did you know about my wart?
Lucky guess. Are you all finished with dinner?
Yeah, I'm pretty well done with that. What do you call that anyway?
Lasagna.
I'll tell you, that's not what my dad would call it. You're brutal.
Okay, so if you're all done, I have a surprise for you, and I want you to stay right there, and I'm going to be right back after I change.
So maybe it's not a perfect world, but right now it's pretty damn close. Maybe no one will ever believe what happened to me, but I'll get over that. Because I'm caught up on my rent and I still got some cash left over. On top of that, I just had dinner with the girl of my dreams and now it's time for a little dessert.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cover your eyes.
Baseball, baseball.
Okay, you can open them.
You know, I've got a coat just like that.
Oh, what a coincidence. When I was down in Phoenix, I learned to square dance, and it is so much fun. And I know how you love to dance.
It's just that I was kind of expecting something different.
Oh, I know what you had in mind. And apparently no one's taught you the true meaning of do-si-do.
Yes. Yes, I want to learn. I want to learn.